Welcome to the Overtime Champions game here in the EU division between the Yeet Fleet and Deathwing. My name is Klutchki here on your play-by-play, and joining me on the producer side is Toadette. But first, my color and my friend, the famous and the on to better and bigger things, Mr. Pulse.
Hello, yes, I'm making my return. It's been a while with TC, and I'm glad to be back here.
Are you sure you're glad to be back, or are you just?
I'm super hyped. I'm hyped,
yeah,
man.
You're just stopping by to say hello, you know?
No way, no.
So our first map here to start off is Nepal, and you and I have worked on the All-Stars before. I don't think we saw Nepal to start off, but a great map to start off on. Shrine is where we stop first.
Yeah, absolutely. We see a lot of modified goats comp on this map in particular, and we are seeing bits of that here, especially on the side of Yeet Fleet. They're kind of coming out with the full on. It looks like a full on just goats comp, but on the other side they do have a fair, so that might be a problem for them.
They're going to try and come out strike first, but both sides are going to get to the point immediately. The only problem is Yeet Fleet's right there to play more aggressively. They've got pretty much the entire team to start off on this point. They're going to push back that Reinhardt entirely. Point unlocks in 5 seconds. The pharmacy combo might be deadly, though. Blue Dog and Snakebite looking for more, but it's just a push and shove at this point with nobody having ult. It's just a battle of will and strength, whichever team can get the better picks. You can see a little bit of the progress, though. Deathwing making a little bit more of a push as Garuto Butler right there to take down El Dingster. And that should be pretty much it. Deathwing able to take down the aggressiveness of Yeet Fleet. They get the first strike here on the point.
Oh, look at all that ult economy on the side of Deathwing. I mean, they pushed in and they just used everything they had. Twick had to use his ultimate to kind of win that point back. But still, I mean, they have still such a great ult economy, especially, you can see the combination with the barrage and the grav, Tom Surge.
Still looking for more, though, trying to get some aggressiveness. The rally comes out from its Blizzard. And right now looking for more. Graviton Surge comes out. I believe that was eaten up, so no more for them. Deadeye comes out. Not much there either. Rocket Barrage comes out for Blue Dog. Not much in the terms. Gets Junkyo. And coming out here still, it's Blizzard. Gets the kills that they need. Trying to be a little more progressive here. And that should be pretty much doing it. Yeet Fleet still has the lead here, coming in with the kills that are needed right now. Not much in terms of res that Snakebite can do as Junkyo takes him down. So this will be the win here for Yeet Fleet. Deathwing gonna back up, so Yeet Fleet switches the point on Deathwing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had the ult economy, but they just didn't use it to the execution. I'm assuming they wanted to. That was a great sleep that we just saw there, kind of just on a little bit of cleanup duty. Look at all these stagger kills. I mean, like, Blue Dog's already ready to get back in the fight, and Rice Ball just went down. So you're essentially just giving them 10 seconds to kind of regroup as a team as Rice Ball is going to get res. So maybe they can start to push in right about now before the ult, or before the point percentage builds up too much.
Keep in mind in the ult economy too, Yeet Fleet has 4 ults to use, and that 3 of which now are alive because Charby goes down by the hands of Rice Ball. Self-destruct goes down in the background, not really going to get anybody there. El Dingster goes down. VKI is going to try something, gets 2 kills. Snakebite and Garuto both go down by the hands of VKI, and that should pretty much do it. VKI barely on life support there, but the healers are right there. Athena calls a team kill, and Yeet Fleet survives the damage from Deathwing, but keep in mind, both sides coming up with 3 ults to go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And look, the bomb, the Diva bomb in the back was just a distraction. The Reinhardt turned the shield around to try to protect his team from that, but you're leaving that open to frontline attack, and that's exactly what we saw. Yeet Fleet getting aggressive exactly when they need to be.
Now we're going to see if Deathwing can come up and play some more aggressively here. Need to take the point here, otherwise they're going to have maybe one last chance to take it, but you want to try and flip the point right now. And a great rocket block coming out from Blue Dog. Yep, 2 Rocket Barrage kills as well as the D-Mac. Blue Dogs got the huge play for Deathwing. They get the strike on the point.
Oh, howdy.
Wonderful start for Deathwing on the strike there. You can see the players on fire, though. Blue Dog, Twick, and Snakebite all on fire as Twick fire exterminates as well as VKI. VKI, the only person on Yeet Fleet to be on fire right now. Keep in mind the ult economy. Graviton starts coming up as well as the Coalescence. Speaking of which, Graviton Surge will come up. Follow-up is there as well. And only 2 people left. Make that 1-0. Athena calls team kill. And Deathwing, 1 ult, or only needs 2 ults, but kills the entire team with it. So still trying to look for more. I think Pulse disconnected, so we will keep it here See if he comes back in time for that. In the meantime, 5 players on fire all together here. Twick gonna use the Earth Shatter. Not gonna, actually does get VKI down in the background. So still looking for more here. Deadeye coming out, Rice Ball not getting anything there. Valkyrie gets popped off as well. All the odds coming out now because this is the final fight here for Deathwing. Blue Dog goes down by his own terms after the Rocket Rush comes in. So advantage is gonna come from Yeet Fleet right now. Still looking for more though. I believe that was El Dingster coming back into mech, still looking for a piece of something here, because Yeet Fleet is not just not finding any pick. The Dingster trying to do their best. Quick and Blue Dog both go down. Graviton Surge, 2 tanks in it, as well as the data boosted El Dingster there. Trying to still get more and more plays out, but this may look like Yeet Fleet's gonna win this. 3 people on the point, trying to hold up. VKI's got a hold of light though, as he gets 2 kills on, especially on Snakebite. That's huge, and Yeet Fleet survives the overtime clock. That's huge for them. 3 players on fire. VKI, Charby, El Dingster, all on fire right now. We'll see if Pulse comes back in here. And I don't think Pulse has just connected quite yet. See if that comes in just a little while. Meanwhile, this will be the last fight here between these 2 teams. Deathwing at 99, Yeet Fleet at 96. So the overtime clock will run. Earth Shatter comes in. 2 people go down with it. It's going to push them back. The overtime clock will start. Self-destruct is going to come down in the background. How far is that spread? Not going to be there. Blue Dog gets the Rocket Rush kill on El Dingster before he can get back in mech. So right now the push and shove comes out. Nobody to use ult, so nobody there. It's just a push and shove. Better Resolve wins this fight right now. This Barrett causing a lot of problems. Blue Dog takes down Junkio. Blue Dog takes down VKI. The Tracer, only 1 left. Blizzard's got the chance. Cross Bomb in the middle of the pillar, not getting anybody before Blizzard goes down. Deathwing is going to have to switch. Oh, maybe not. El Dingster gets there just in time. Still looking for more. El Dingster, the only one left. Overtime clock's going to run. Graviton Surge is there. Gets pretty much the entire, gets 3 people there. No follow-up to do so. Just there to hold off on it. This looks like Deathwing is going to hold on to win this map here on the Shrine. Blizzard's got the chance. No more. And it's going to be Deathwing winning at 199 in a very close game here on the Shrine.
All right, I am back actually.
There he is. Pulse is back. 1-0 here to start off on the Shrine. You missed a lot of stuff. You didn't miss too much, but you missed a great overtime clock as it is. Deathwing comes in 1-0 after Yeet Fleet switches on over about the 99% mark, survives the overtime clock, but Deathwing able to flip it back in their favor. So we are in for a good one here in the 4-set map.
All right, as soon as I get back into this lobby, I'll be able to help you out with this game. You know, actually very impressive to kind of take that on yourself. Very good solo cast.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So, still looking for, as we invite Pulse back in the game, and there he is. He is back inside the game. So we have our color caster back here as we enter the environmental kill friendly sanctum here. You're gonna see a lot of things on both sides. Orisas, Farahs, Lucios. And of course, you're going to see the Roadhog hook may come into factor. Blizzard's going to try the concussion mines with the Junkrat. So looks like Deathwing going to play aggressively once again. They're going to have the a little bit of the ticks on the point here. Nobody from Yeet Fleet able to get there in time. Actually, El Dingster at the last second comes here with the tries on the reflect. Will charge in. Oh, BKI barely steps in from that spread grenade. Now falls off due to the hats of Snakebite, and that's enough to force Deathwing to get the flip on the point.
Ooh, we're gonna use the nano already, and as they do that, Dan Kush is gonna go over the edge with that nano on him. A little unfortunate because that nano doesn't get any value and essentially gonna be a full-on reset. I love the comp that they were running at first. They were trying to go with a Genji Junkrat to kind of spam damage the shield, and then Genji for more of that focus fire. But that Pharah is just too strong to deal with. You need to put someone in the sky, so they'll switch on to the Widowmaker.
They're going to try and move on over. VKI is going to try the Reinhardt again and get environmental kill. Had 2 people in it, not much for the Hulk bubble there. Still looking for something going. Supercharger comes out. That's enough damage to output there because that's a lot of assists coming for Orisa from Twick right there as he gets 3 assists. Make that 4. Riceball gets the Helix bombs onto Junkio, and that will pretty much do it. So Deathwing holds on again, halfway home to winning map number 1 here in Nepal.
They have to pay attention to Blue Dog. Blue Dog keeps getting in their back line and then taking out, their supports before they can even get onto the point. And with that, I mean, your front line doesn't really have anything that they can do. So some resources have to be invested. Uh-oh, Blue Dog has the ultimate, and they're all grouped up right there. Prepare for him to drop down. There it is.
With the Graviton Surge coming in, has the Nano Boost. 1-2, stop someone in. What a play. Bulldog with 4, courtesy of the Graviton Surge coming in from Hyber. Both of them on fire, and rightfully so. They're just going to push them back to the spawn. And oh my goodness, Deathwing playing the game so far.
Yeah, you could have called that. I mean, I'm telling you, Blue Dog, it's just, there's no focus on Blue Dog right now. You can't ignore a Pharah in the sky, especially on a map that has environmental potential, as you mentioned.
So looking for more, trying to get something out. Yeet Fleet down and about, but they cannot give up this point just yet. 95%, but somebody's got to get on this point to force overtime. Dank is right there to do so. Trying to do as much as he can. Blizzard's on there. Attack Visor's going to come out. Riceball gets Dank, and Blizzard's going to stop Snakebite at that point, but still Riceball on fire here, trying to get something going for them. Junkio, the only one left. The Lucio's last one. Overtime clock runs. El Dinkster's got to get at this point, but won't be able to do so. And the point is theirs. Nepal going 199 and 100-0. Deathwing sweeps up Nepal to win and takes the lead in the series 1-0.
Exactly.
And I stand corrected here.
Ooh, actually, it's not going to be the nano boosted 4K, I guess. Jeff Kaplan thinks there's a better play here, and I think it's just going to be another Graviton Surge. Let the Reinhardt swing away, and there we go. That's just a full team wipe, and we saw that time and time again. Deathwing, they just have these heroes that they have in here. Everybody concentrates on the big tanks, and while they concentrate on these big tanks, it's just not going to be enough, especially if you're not concentrating on anyone else. As we move on to the next map.
Moving on to the next map again, Nepal is the one that Deathwing keeps, winning that one 2-0 on a 199. A very close 199 that Deathwing needed to flip in the last second there. 199 there, and then back on the Sanctum, all theirs to keep, courtesy of a biggest play there was Blue Dog. And you said Nano Boosted. I didn't notice that to the last second, but Blue Dog Nano Boosted, Graviton Surge, Barrage, just to put out the trifecta there to basically put the thorn into Yeet Fleet's side. So next map coming up here is Rialto. So we move on from the control map to the escort map, and now Rialto is going to be prove a little more of a challenge here, because some teams are good at control maps, some teams are good at escort maps. So what are we to see from both teams coming up?
I'm excited to see how Deathwing can play this, because I mean clearly Yeet Fleet isn't paying attention to some of the strategies that they're putting out there. They'll just fight on the front line and not really acknowledge anything that's going on besides that. So I mean, you could throw in these niche picks out there. I still think Pharah is a really great choice that you could still throw out there, but anything really, it's hard to imagine like all the potential Deathwing has to kind of surprise Yeet Fleet yet again. So it's up to Yeet Fleet to kind of adapt and recognize the strategies that are coming their way.
So, all right. So next, and by the way, new rule here in OTC, because Deathwing won that last map, they're going to have the option to attack or defend first. So it's a new rule here in OTC as well. So quite the rule change that we're going to have. So we're going to have our producer / referee ask that question real quick, because again, you have the option. If you win the map, you have the option to attack or you have the option to defend first. So if you're Deathwing with that option, what do you do first?
I say when you move forward, I think you want to attack first, just because you can get your distance, and then when you go on defense, you already know how far you have to defend. Because if you go defense first and then you get pushed all the way back to 3 points, I mean it's just a little bit too low. So I say you go on the attack first.
All right, so we'll see what happens here, and we will. I guess are we taking a short break here, or? All right, we're just going to take a little bit of a short break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Overtime Champions Community and our EU Semi-Pro Division. Benvenuto, everybody. Welcome to Rialto. Here we have ourselves a 1-0 game here between Yeet Fleet and Deathwing. Deathwing in the lead. For those just joining us, we welcome you to the Overtime Champions Community EU PC semi-pro division rather, between Deathwing and Yeet Fleet. Deathwing wins on Nepal just now, the first match back on the Shrine, 100-99, and a very close match. And then the Sanctum winning 100-0 in a very dominant match. So Rialto, what are we to expect here, Pulse?
Oh yeah, this is the newest of the escort maps. So a lot of teams still trying to figure out what to do. It's been out for a couple weeks though now, so you can imagine some people have come up with strategies for now. It looks like at the moment, unless things are to change, Deathwing's gonna run something pretty similar that they ran last time. I mean, it just seems like they're just gonna keep using their bread and butter. Blue Dog's still on that Pharah. I mean, if they didn't pay attention to him last time, they're gonna do it again. So I think that's a great idea.
Now, speaking of new maps, we have again, this was the one from Overwatch Retribution, the events, but we also have a new map that is Control from South Korea, Busan now, and I would love to see that in the lineup very soon because it is a aesthetically beautiful map.
Yeah, I agree a lot. And look, okay, we have coming out here, remember, the colors did get switched up a bit just because, the team wanted to attack first, so don't get confused. The names should all be switched, and they're gonna come out here and they're gonna run. It seems like they're playing very aggressive, ignoring the card straight up, just trying to take the fight.
Trying to do so already. You're gonna try something here. Riceball is on that Widowmaker to get a few picks down that alleyway, but won't have much support to do so as one shot and he will leave. So that payload having no trouble whatsoever, already 30 seconds in, and they've got it about 50 meters down the lane. Now the question is that's already halfway down, and you gotta wonder, is Deathwing now on the defensive side? Yeet Fleets, I think, may have found the aggressive answer here.
Ooh, yeah, they're playing the cart pretty much straight up, but Twix gonna find Blizzard, so maybe that's their time to move in without Brigitte.
Tide starts to turn. Twig takes down Dankush as well. So the charge kill, the fire strike kill, and that lets the rest of the team handle the rest off. Blizzard and Charmy the only ones to stay alive through that fight. They will survive the massacre, but it is Deathwing with their first good defensive hold.
It's all about Blizzard being the first pick in that situation. Riceball's really low. Ooh, actually, that's a pick there. That's a 6v5 in that situation. You want to move in as quickly as possible, capitalize on the situation.
Now use the Earth Shatter, gets the entire team basically.
Wow.
That's a huge Earth Shatter. Rocket Barrage comes in, gets VKI, and that will force the rest of the team back. Although, 2 people left to go. Blizzard is fighting, and their fight will go all for naught. What an Earth Shatter. Twix got a huge play going for him right now.
Goodness, look, the ult economies, right, at the moment they seem balanced, like you have a couple of ultimates here and there, especially with Elkin. He has the Diva Bomb, so he can toss that in there. But you just have to be careful because really we've seen this team throw away ultimates before, so you have to make sure every ultimate gets the most value it can.
Keep in mind, you also have the Earth Shatter from VKI as well. Speaking of which, they'll use. Only gets got into in the background. The Graviton Surge is there. Question is the follow-up self-destruct. Not getting anything either, so the Graviton Surge, a bunch of ults used. There's the Earth Shatter coming for as well. Gets a few, but not too much. Drake gets the kill on Dankush, and that'll force, again, Deathwing is forced all the way back to their spot. And Twix still gonna play up to that door, so Yeet Fleet just cannot find an answer. And Deathwing looking good 2.5 minutes through.
Oh my goodness, you said most of the ultimates. I say that's all of the ultimates there. I mean, there wasn't one ultimate that was spared from being used in that fight. Blue Dog in that moment was able to get his ultimate, but he's taken down now. You take out the Pharah from the sky, the defensive block is so far. It's your time to engage right now. Get the Tart moving.
And speaking of which, they will play aggressively. Everybody backing up now on Deathwing, so this maybe Yeet Fleets to win. Dingster takes down Hiver. Dingster looking for more, though, trying to get this Widowmaker in the background. And that'll let the payload push up just a little bit more. The Pharah tries to come in to defend the point, but I think if you're right now, you don't have much of a team. If you're Blue Dog, you want to back up just a little bit.
Exactly, yeah, you want to wait to regroup with the rest of your team so that you can combine that barrage maybe with Hiver's Graviton Surge like you did last time. Look at the aggressive play here. Twix gonna go down because he has that anti-nade, no healing for him. And He's just gonna fall, and yes, this is the aggressiveness I wanted to see out of Yeet Fleet, because now you could actually play their game, but you just have to be careful because they do have a lot of good ultimates coming up.
By the way, I want to give a feels bad man to Blue Dog, because had the spread rocket out, but the only problem is Junkio's a Lucio and Charby landed on one of the gondolas. So basically almost had 2 environmental kills, won't get any of it. And right now it's VKI going off here. 4 swings of the hammer. VKI nano boosted. How about that? 4 kills for him. And they will push up this payload indefinitely until Deathwing can finally find a stop. So Yeet Fleet comes out a little bit soft to start, but VKI letting this payload push up just that much more.
Yeah, VKI is trying to make a petition to move Reinhardt to that damage category, and there's the Graviton Surge. It only actually really caught VKI, and Blue Dog's going to capitalize on getting 2 kills, and maybe this will be the instance where the push comes right back in their face.
Good rocket barrage, 2 kills there for Blue Dog before that goes down. Snakebite's going to go ahead and res up Blue Dog to keep the damage outpouring here, and Charby's going to go off on his own terms before Rice Ball takes down Blizzard, so a good defensive hold for Deathwing right now. Yeet Fleet still got to feel pretty good, though. They got it down to the first point, something we didn't think they would do after being held for so long at that first point, but now Deathwing's got the stop here on the second point, which is even harder than the first to do.
Yeah, it's a little unlucky because they wanted that time bank for, you know, this third point essentially. That's all you really want the time bank for in escort maps, is for that third point, just so you have a lot of time, because the defense usually gets favored in that situation. Twitch tried to go in, but got stunned. There's a big Graviton Surge, but I don't think there is any follow-up at all.
Oh, I mean, one though, Eltinkster comes in. I think he heard you at the last second there. Blue Dog takes down Eltinkster to end the rain there. And that will, Blue Dog's coming back though, takes down Eltinkster, takes down Junkio. And still going, Blue Dog wants more, he's hungry. And pretty much will do the fight. Riceball's got the Deadeye kill on VKI after VKI is just pretty much done and down for that fight. So again, Deathwing will have another defensive hold. Credit that to Blue Dog's 3K.
You cannot let Snakebite resurrect Blue Dog in that situation. It was in a heavily fought area too. Snakebite just kind of went behind enemy lines, nobody paying attention to the Mercy. You can't let that happen because you used your combination that wiped out 2 people. There's the big shatter, and it's right back. It's a counter shatter. It's a shatter battle here.
VKI is going to have the better use of it though, because he's going to get nano boosted. Rocket Barrage comes out. Not much doing there. VKI's nano boost is gone, but not the damage is still there. Blizzard takes down Blue Dog, but the chance of the rest is still there. But Snakebite opting to back out at this point, so the payload will move. Hyber's still biotic grenade on the negative side. This payload will move, and here comes another team fight. Earthshatter comes in. VKI not getting anything going there, but again, another great biotic grenade from Charby. That lets Snakebite and Swick both go down, and the second point is Yeet Fleet's to keep.
Oh man, I'm telling you, with these meta changes, this is all cleanup work right now. They're just pushing them back. And look at the aggressiveness that we see here. But with all these meta changes, I'm telling you, man, Otter's nano grenade is going to become more important as time moves on. We have another nano boosted Reinhardt, and look at this. He doesn't care. VKI, he's a DPS player.
VKI on that DPS Reinhardt. New meta here for you folks. DPS Reinhardt coming out here, and VKI is looking to play that, but again, Halo moving without trouble. Here comes the Graviton Surge, looking for more. Trying to get something here. Blue Dog's got Blizzard, and that will pretty much hit. 1 credit assist for that Graviton Surge. Gets out of it just in time. Again, credit to Charby with that great biotic grenade to save most of the team there. And not much else happening, so again, a little bit of a huge Earth Shatter of 3 people going down with it, and it's going to be the rest of the team going down now. And Dankush goes down, meaning the rest of the team goes down. Credit Twick with a huge Earth Shatter there. That helps Deathwing defend this point with 39 seconds left to go.
The support and the tank play, I think, is the key in these battles here. I mean, sure, the DPS are laying down that damage, but really the whole fight revolves around those tank ultimates landing with either the Graviton Surge or the Reinhardt Shatter. They're just so important. And that's this last fight engage. You have 20 seconds, so really, this is your last chance.
Last chance right here, Rocket Barrage. Now Thinkster takes down Blue Dog after Blue Dog attempts the Rocket Barrage. Deadeye comes out for Blizzard. So here we go. Another nano boosted VKI is right in the background. Gets shielded right away. So the payload will still move. We will force overtime here. The clock will move. Here comes the Graviton Surge. Basically everybody there. Snakebite able to heal up Twig, but not for long here. Graviton Surge down the middle as well. And still Riceball comes in. Takes down Charby, takes down Junkio, and right now that'll be the clear out. Blizzard gets cleared. Last one to try is the Tracer. and will not be able to get there in time. So the overtime clock runs. Yeet Fleet will not get there. Deathwing holds, and 2 points and a lot of meters to make up for Deathwing to win this game.
Yeah, it's essentially the whole way. A couple meters shy of going that all the way. But you do have to hold them. You can't let them get as far as you. Essentially, if they made it all the way, then we go into another round with the time banks. But since that's not the case here, I mean, you got to do a full-on hold. And look, I credit where credit's due. Yeet Fleet definitely improved from that last match. You know, they brought the fight to them every single time and was able to hold them back. But you got to find a way to deal with Deathwing, especially Blue Dog, who's been on this Pharah relentlessly just hammering your team into the ground. I understand you have to, you know, keep pressure on the front line, but it's still all about, you know, Blue Dog just taking control of this. And I like how they brought out their Pharah of their own to kind of challenge him, because it's worked in some instances. But I don't know, I think you got to find a better way to deal with that Pharah.
So as we prepare to attack, prepare your defenses phase, it will be Deathwing that needs to go 2 points and 76.30 meters. No chance of a tie here. So it's win or lose here for Yeet Fleet to tie it up, or if Deathwing takes map number 2. Now, I want to go on to something very, very pointful here. There were 5 nano boosts that game by Charby, all of which went on to VKI.
Yeah, absolutely.
So boosted Reinhardt all the way through. VKI allows this payload to get pushed, so you want to keep your eyes on Charby and VKI, the two, because they're probably going to keep that going there because it was so successful back on their attack.
I mean, VKI, when he gets the go-ahead from his team's just yelling in calm, swing the hammer, and that's what he goes around doing. And he, once he gets that nano boost, you know, it's an adrenaline rush for this man. He goes absolutely crazy, holding down his left click, bringing damage down. And look, as they come out, we'll see. They have a Mercy. They have that pharmacy comp in the sky. And if you put a Mercy on Bulldog, this could be a very scary situation, so you have to take care of him pretty quickly.
Dingster and Junkio also proving to play the same thing, but again, the payload moves without ease for a little while. The lane is going to be difficult to cover, though, because this little narrow alley is where the attackers need to get out before the defenders collapse on them. Riceball takes down Charby, so that's a good start for Deathwing to start off, and the payload gets out of the alleyway pretty easily. Again, pretty much same story, though, between Yeet Fleet and Deathwing on Yeet Fleet's first attack. Only difference is Deathwing isn't having that much trouble with this push. Then trying to do more so, and again, push and shove, no ults to use. And a different story, though, Deathwing flipping the script on Yeet Fleet. This payload moves up with ease.
Oh yeah, look, it's gonna start moving here. Not really too much contention. There was a little bit of a fight, but you really only wore down a minute of their time. Well, they wore down around 2 minutes of your time, so it's a little unfortunate that they weren't able to bring it to them, and BK's gonna try to charge in there. But Took was there, and he lands a big shatter, goodness.
3 people going down with their shadow, but not able to get a follow-up there. Blizzard takes down Twig with the Storm Arrow, so it'll still be a little bit of a good defense here. VKI takes down Snakebite, so no chances of res either for Twig. So Yeet Fleet's gonna have their first hold right as point number 1 gets there, but the payload will continue to move. However, an ult used on the side of Deathwing with no follow might be good for Yeet Fleet to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you gotta give ground here. You can't do it. You can't, you know, keep that defense up, especially since their spawn advantage is so close. So they're gonna pull back a little, maybe around this corner, just so that they can start to bring the fight to them without having to deal with those pesky spawns coming back in. And you need to find a way to try to get into their backline like Blue Dog is doing.
4:40 on the clock here. Plenty of time for Yeet Fleet, or plenty of time for Deathwing to push up this point. Yeet Fleet needs to defend it all the way here again. 2 points. They're already 1 point and 60 meters down. They need to hold it for 2 meters, or 2 points and 76.28 meters down the line to give themselves the tie up at 1 apiece. However, another nano boost on VKI again. VKI takes the 6th nano boost there from Charby, and Dingster seems like Dingster's making a case to get nano boosted here as well as 2 kills as well to get him, and still looking for more. Blizzard and Dingster working well together, still holding on to the Dragon Strike and the Rocket Barrage, and Yeet Fleet's gonna have themselves another good defensive hold, wasting another minute off the clock.
Very good idea to give ground there. I mean, sure, a lot of teams feel uneasy giving that sort of ground, but still, I mean, your defense, you know, it's able to hold it a lot more. You put your Pharah in your sky and you take out the Blue Dog. That's huge, because now Dingster is uncontested in the air.
Dragon Strike comes right down the middle, trying to hold, but not much going there. VKI wins the battle against Twig. Here comes the Graviton Search, and Blue Dog's right there. Santa Maria, what a play! Blue Dog 3K, credit Hyber with the 4 on El Thinkster, and that should pretty much be the entire team wipe as Blue Dog wants more. Takes down Charmy. Junkio will survive, but barely as he holds on, and Deathwing will move this payload with ease.
Oh yeah, I mean, how many times are we gonna see that tonight? Just a huge, combination. It's just Blue Dog and the Graviton Surge, and actually Blue Dog's gonna land a direct in the air and take out El Thinkster. So now you're uncontested. There's no other fair in the sky. You are the king here, and Blue Dog's acting like it.
Inside 5 meters for the payload, 2 points. This would give them an additional minute and a half if they get it. If they get it there, nano boosted for the first time. Dan Kush is there to get nano boosted with that auto. But the Zarya doesn't do much of anything with a nano boost. VKI maybe looking around for that one.
Yeah,
Still looking for more though.
It may have been a mistake because they were standing pretty close when the nano boost came in. So, but still, you're winning this fight. You're pushing the offense all the way back, and you can start to set up here because on this point, on this little corner, you have the stairwell right next to the point. There's a lot of options for you to set up, a defense, essentially a crossfire, and with Blizzard and El Thinkster, I mean, I could imagine just a terrifying projectile crossfire raining down on you. So you have to be careful coming in here, especially with, look at that, they have the Grab Dragon combo. It's going to be an easy team wipe if you're all grouped up.
Keep in mind too, you also have a Valkyrie, Coalescence, Earth Shatter, and Tac Visor on the side of Deathwing. Yeet Fleet, like you said, that Graviton Surge, Rocket Barrage comes in here, tries to get Hyver. Hyver's the only one in that Graviton Surge, so not much uses of anything there. Rice Ball takes down El Thinkster in the meantime. And still trading off here. I don't know if there's going to be a res here coming up. Snakebite right behind the wall. Does get Hyver. An attack visor comes out. Transcendence as well. So Chunky is going to save the team here. Nano boost on Dankush. The second one here from Charmy to go onto the Zarya. Question is to follow here with that high charge from Dankush. Gets the bubble, but not much of anything. So Dankush comes up empty on the Nano boost once again. So again, now push and shove at this point. Dragon Strike and Earth Shatter still available to Yeet Fleet. Speaking of which, gets 2 kills here.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting some ultimates getting thrown in there for essentially a team when Blizzard's going to find 2, and that's pretty huge. Because now you can start to move in. You lose VKI, which is a little unfortunate because you kind of want that main tank on the front line. I mean, you can't just have Dankush be the only tank there because, look, we saw him get nano boosted and he's going to go down again. There's a lot to do with it. You don't have any tanks here, so this is going to be a pretty scrappy fight.
Ganato Butler's actually trying to do his best to take down what he can to stagger the team. But Junkio comes out, moves on over from the Mercy to the Zenyatta, and what an appearance to start. Already 2 headshots to start off with that Zenyatta.
Oh yeah, add a little bit damage on the front line while still able to heal up your Pharah. I mean, Zenyatta, perfect choice there. There's a little bit of a boop, so it's going to get disbanded, but look, Blue Dog's going to try to re-engage all by himself, and as the rest of the team comes in, they're all distracted on him, and the car's going to get moving again.
Yeet Fleet's got a lot of time to hold on now because their time is under 30 seconds. So even if Deathwing were to take this point, it might not be much. Blue Dog gets a Rocket Barrage kill, but El Thinkster right there to take down Blue Dog on a direct hit. So still looking for something, but Yeet Fleet might be showing some light here. Takes down 3 kills. Coalescence have got it to Butler. Maybe they're just to hold on, but goes down by the hands of its Blizzard. Keep in mind, Blizzard's been on fire for half of this game, or rather half of this round so far. Dragon Strike to clear the point. Nobody gets there in time. And Yeet Fleet on Rialto ties up the series at 1 apiece.
Yes, very good execution. They fixed almost everything that was wrong. They were a lot more aggressive in this map. They weren't playing passively like they were in Nepal, and also they paid attention to everybody who was wiping out their team. They put some attention on the Blue Dog, and that's all you really need to win it. And who else could get play of the game? We were calling it all a match. There's the big shatter. There's he's swinging away, just taking out the rest of the team.
Swings away the hammer, and again, VKI nano boosted 6 times that game before Dankush took over the last 2 or 3 nano boosts. So you'll see the cards there. Twig comes up 30,000 damage with VKI, 31% of the team's hero damage on almost 16,000 damage. Great plays there. We will take a short break. You're watching the EU PC Semi-Pro Division on the Overtime Champions Community Channel. We have ourselves a good game here. The series will not end in a sweep. It is a 1-1 game between Deathwing and Yeet Fleet here in the Overtime Champions Community EU PC Semi-Pro Division. My name is Clutch Key, I'm your play-by-play producer, Toadette, and your color is Pulse. So we've been seeing a good one so far, my man. So what are we to expect here moving on from Rialto, an escort map, to a Assault 2CP map like this?
I just want to see some great defensive plays come out here. I mean, slowly over time, I'm learning what to expect from these teams. And on the defense at the moment, we'll seem to be running this Reinhardt. Usually we see a lot of Orisa Diva combination because they like to hold this high ground. They'll run it with a Junkrat and a Widowmaker to kind of set up that spam damage crossfire, along with Widowmaker being that focus fire. But look, they're going to switch it up on me just a little bit. And we're not going to have the Orisa Diva. We're going to have the Ryan Zarya, the tried and true, the bread and butter for a lot of teams.
And I want your opinion on this as well before we get set up here. Prepare defenses, prepare to attack phase with about 25 seconds left. I want your opinion. Player to watch on both sides.
You gotta watch VKI. I mean, really, how could you not? He just goes insane every time he's on this Reinhardt. And on the other side, I would say actually watch Riceball. We haven't talked about him a lot, but he was on Soldier a lot in that last round, and he was kind of, you know, getting doubles, triples, you know, secretly. So he's kind of that silent killer for his team.
So we'll see here, 1-1 the score. One team will break the tie here unless we... there is still a possibility of a draw between these two teams, but it's going to be hard to do since both of them are still very skilled. And this is why they are the Semi-Pro Division. Already out of the gate, you can, again, standard 2-2-2 on each side. Pretty much a mirror comp. The only difference here is Blue Dogs on the Pharaoh. Meanwhile, it's Blizzard on the Hanzo. So pretty much the only... And then the supports as well. Charby's on the Ana, Jokyo on the Zenyatta. And Yeet Fleet's got a Snakebite Mercy as well as Gato on the Mora. Right now, just trading blows at this point. Right now, but Farah's going to get, or the Farah from Blue Dog trying to get as much hits. We saw Blue Dog go off on that last game with the Farah, and got a few Rocket Barrage kills when not much doing here so far, but it's just a dry push at this point.
Oh yeah, but look, they're going to have to stay back here. Blue Dog's putting on too much pressure for the team to handle. I mean, really, a lot of people don't run Farah on this portion of the map just because it's a little too closed in, but hey, you know, Yeet Fleet has a tendency to just kind of ignore Blue Dog, so why not keep running it? And as he put that pressure on him, it forced them to drop from the high ground and just play the point on defense. They, you know, credit for credit's due, they wore on about close to a minute and a half, about a minute and 15 seconds, but that's a huge time boost on Horizon Lunar Colony. They give you a lot of time.
6:45 on the clock. By the way, the exclamation mark by Riceball, what a shot at El Dingster. So El Dingster's going to feel that one for a little while. Riceball still 70% of the ult, looking for the infrared sight. Gato's got the kill on Blizzard to start off, and this is looking good right now. Still opting to play the Pharaoh. Blue Dog's got a chance here, but keep your eye on Riceball. 2 kills so far, and this is looking like a very easy push here for Deathwing. They're only going to get first hit here. Not much pressure coming in for Yeet Fleet. Dragon Spear comes right down the middle. And great take by Deathwing. Holy cow. I don't think I've ever seen that fast of a push before, but 4-minute standard time for competitive mode. You're going to add on another 2 minutes and 9 seconds to that clock.
Yeah, I mean, that was impressive. Remember, when they kept point A, they had 6:45, and so it didn't even take them 45 seconds to take that last map. I mean, goodness, it was just an easy, they just kind of walked into the point, no opposition at all. And that's just the pressure Blue Dog has been putting on them this whole time. You mentioned Riceball getting picks there. I love that combination. It's my favorite combination in Overwatch, where you have a projectile DPS kind of obviously putting pressure there. Blue Dog's the obvious choice. There's a lot of explosive damage coming from him, so it's going to capture the attention of a lot of teams. And then you have a focus fire hit scan player, like you have Riceball and that Widowmaker, just taking shots every time the shield goes towards Blue Dog. He just kind of gets behind them, and it takes him out easy pickings. And that was just the combination for a 6-minute cap on this map. Oh, goodness.
So even if we were to go to round 2 here with Deathwing, Yeet Fleet's going to have lots of time on the clock. 1 minute and 9 seconds over the standard quick play time of 5 minutes too. So that feels like paradise if you're Yeet Fleet right now, because 6 minutes and 9 seconds, I mean, to do that, to add 2 minutes and 9 seconds on a control point map is unheard of.
Yeah, honestly, 2CP, it's kind of been, you know, the Overwatch meme to point fun at, you know, just because there's not a lot of people who like, you know, 2CP maps, but, I mean, showing it here. If you have such a dominant team that is just well coordinated, you could take it on. They're gonna do the same thing that their opponents did last time, except this time they are gonna have that Junkrat raining down that spam damage. Blue Dog finally getting off Pharah, going to another projectile that's essentially just a Pharah on the floor.
I mean, basically, but you also have grenades instead of straight-on rockets too. But anyways, Blue Dog comes back to, or Blue Dog will stay on the ground this time. Most of this game, or most of this round rather, is yes, the Junkrat will come out. Otherwise, basically, everybody stays the same. Snakebite will move on over from the Mercy to the Zenyatta, and not much change. Deathwing side will stay on this double sniper combo. Charby on the Ana, Junkyos on the Lucio. So right now, just the push. They're going to come all underneath the side. And this is going to be a huge push. Now the aggressiveness part. Now the question is how long can they hold? The upper level gives them advantage. And Blue Dog starts off with a concussion mine kill on Junkyo. And a little bit of a different story than we saw what Deathwing had on their defense. Getting pushed back all the way. Yeet Fleet pushes back Deathwing. And they'll have a good defensive hold. So time bank now the issue here for Deathwing already with 6 minutes and 9 seconds on Yeet Fleet's side. 3 minutes and 9 seconds, not even capturing the first point on Deathwing's side.
I could understand what they were doing. They had Junkyo on the Lucio to kind of speed boost them onto the point and put the pressure that Yeet Fleet put on them essentially. But what the difference maker there was that Yeet Fleet made them come off the high ground when they were on the offense, and this time Deathwing didn't make them come off the high ground. They just kind of walked onto the point, and then they, Yeet Fleet kind of dropped when they wanted to. They weren't pressured to drop onto the point. They're gonna try it again, but they're not making them drop off the high ground. You have to make them do it for fun, and Blue Dog is gonna just kind of end this push before it even starts.
No matter what character you give Blue Dog shows up. Double kill on the Riptire. And El Dinkster may end the reign of Blue Dog, but it won't be enough on a 3-1 trade-off. So again, this team from Yeet Fleet holds 2:22 on the clock. And again, even if Deathwing were to come in and take this point right now, they won't have as much time as Yeet Fleet does going into a possible second round.
Yeah, absolutely. They give you a 4-minute time boost, and there it goes. There goes that even time bank. So there's no way that they can even that out. With the time that the Yeet Fleet has, and Yeet Fleet, they're not even thinking about next round. They're thinking about holding it here. They're gonna try to go the other way, step up the high ground. I don't think she's gonna get the first pick.
El Dinkster gets the second pick too. Or Shatter comes in, not really getting anybody there. So it's gonna be a little bit of a miss there. And now we're going to see the nano boosted once again. I think that was the Hanzo from Blizzard that gets nano boosted there. Takes down with the Storm Arrows on Garuto. So they're going to capture this point. VKI, Junkyo, and Charby will stay on the point. They'll take it over. They'll get an additional 4 minutes, but keep in mind, not as much time as Yeet Fleet has. Still 5.5 minutes to capture point number 3. Or point number 2, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and when they move on to this point, they're not thinking about time mix anymore. They're just trying to push it to another round. You don't want to go down here 2-1 in this third map. And look, they're gonna start putting pressure on them instantly. They're trying to take a page out of Yeet Fleet's foot, and it actually looks like it seems to be worse.
Trying to bring up the Transcendence. Tacvisor comes out as well. Coalescence comes out. So 3 off on the side of Yeet Fleet, but Rice Ball able to take down, or Rice Ball's taken down before he can even get that Tacvisor going. But still a good win here. That's going to be the win as the Moira from Garuto tries to put the exclamation mark. But still, it'll be Deathwing not able to take this point. They still have time. But again, you just want to get into round 2 at this point because that time bank's not even going to be close at this point.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Both your supports used your ultimate Snakebite after that, switching over to the Mercy. And I agree with that switch just because it kind of gives you a bit more focused healing. Look, they're going to switch it up on them. Twig was looking at the way of the doorway, but actually the Fire Strike hit him from the side. He wasn't really quite ready for that. So now you're forcing them to come off the high ground.
Graviton Surge comes in, Dragon Strike there as well. We'll get 1, we'll get 2. Riptire comes down in the background, gets 2 as well. What a trade-off, but Blizzard's the one to take it more. Blizzard gets the kill on Rice Ball with the radar arrow. Earthshatter comes in, splits the middle of VKI and Dankush not there. 3 in the middle. Blizzard gets the Storm Arrow kills on Twitch, or on Twick rather. The last one to try is the Mercy. Snakebite's there. Diva comes out for Diva is gonna come out for Hyra. Twick moves on over to the Wrecking Ball to try and get in there just in time and will do so. But it looks like this is going to be the win here for Yeet Fleet. As the only one left is this Tracer goes down. Round 2 complete, but Yeet Fleet's got, or rather Deathwing, 3 players on fire, but still has some ground to make up. Keep in mind, 7th nano boost of this game for VKI right at the end. We're keeping track here, folks. 7 nano boost for VKI side, and Deathwing will have 3:49 on the clock to go up to the third to get points 3 and 4. And that's not a lot of time if you're Yeet Fleet. If you're Yeet Fleet.
Actually, we're gonna get a couple players calling for a pause here real quick, so we might get a pause coming in pretty soon. Maybe somebody's experiencing a little bit of lag. You don't want to contract, you know, DC syndrome, the disconnect syndrome that I had earlier in this match. I had to run to the doctor, get some medicine real quick, and so it looks like, you know, they're gonna need a pause. Maybe someone's gonna try to reconnect. Oh, actually, we've been informed that from Rice Ball that one of their players suddenly has to go, so we might get a sub in here.
We're gonna have to get a sub very soon here. It's Twick that has to go.
Oh, okay.
That's a Reinhardt gone. If you're Yeet Fleet, that's your main tank gone. So how big is that going to be for Yeet Fleet?
I mean, it could be pretty big. We're gonna get a sub in here, and like you mentioned, I mean, Reinhardt's, they're the main tank. You know, they're kind of the ones that are pushing your team forward, and that takes a lot of communication. And I just hope this sub has as good a synergy with the rest of the team as Twick did.
Twick is going to get subbed out, and IE tanks will be in there. So I don't know if that's a foreshadow of what he's going to play, because they do need a tank. Gato and Snakebite have both been on the as we go through the lineups here. Snakebite and Gato both have been through the healers, so have both been the support so far. Hyber and Hyber and Twick before Twick subs out been the tanks. Riceball and Blue Dog have been your main DPSs. So this lineup may switch up, so we will see how this switches up. Yeet Fleet's on the defense, so they will pick first. However, as I say that, IE tanks, we're basically going to have the same team comp from Yeet Fleet.
Yeah, we will. And look, I think, you know, don't switch up your whole team just for one player, and you don't want to ruin it, especially, you know, IE tanks. That kind of sounds like, you know, that should have been VKI's name. I mean, he's the one putting out a lot of damage, so maybe IE tanks will start putting out the pressure that VKI's been putting out.
So 7, keep in mind, you want to keep your eye on Charby and VKI. Right now, the count is 7 nano boosts so far, 6 back on Rialto, and 1 back here on Horizon Lunar Colony, back on Deathwings' first attempt. They'll get the second try here. 3 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock, just 14 seconds under the competitive mode. But keep in mind, Yeet Fleet still got their try with 60 minutes and 9 seconds to go. So if you're Deathwing, you got to move fast.
Yeah, and you want to capture both points. You know, you don't want to play around. And they're going to do the same strategy as they did last time. But actually, this time, Blizzard's going to go down, and you don't want to lose one of your main DPSs in a fight like this, because look, now the rest of your team's going to start to go down.
The suffering continues here because one DPS goes down, the rest will. VKI, Charby both go down. And IE Tanks comes in, 2K. Dan Kush is going to go down by his own terms, and that will do it for the attack of Deathwing. So we're about, only 36 seconds have gone by. Deathwing loses their first attack.
Yeah, it's not something you want to do too often. I mean, you want that time bank for the second point, because you got to move, and it's extra time in Rice Ball. He was in a little bit of a sniper duel with its Blizzard for a little bit, and now he takes him out. Now he's going to move on to Dinkster to try and take him on. He's taking on both snipers of the enemy team. He's saying, try to come into my territory. And this is the advantage this high ground brings. Blue Dog's just going to be raining down those Junkrat bombs, while Rice Ball just is focus firing on anybody who's not behind a shield.
Still working out in their favor. Everybody basically on that second level platform for Yeet Fleet right now, trying to play the defensive mode. Time winding down for Deathwing, though. They've got 2:25 to cap this point. We'll only get another 30 seconds to cap the next point. So right now, it's looking like Yeet Fleet's going to have another good defensive hold. Rice Ball, keep your eye on Rice Ball. 2 picks in the last 3 here for Yeet Fleet's side. Courtesy of Rice Ball again. VKI goes out on his own terms. And 1:46 off the clock for Deathwing. They only have 2 minutes left to respond.
Going out on your own terms on a map that has only one way for environmental, and that's off the moon. So that was a long way to kind of end it out there. But hey, that's going to get you a reset with the rest of your team, and they do have a minute and a half left. So they still have time to engage and take this point. It's just that you don't want to fail a push again, because then you're going to have to start to rush.
1:38 left to go on this clock here still for the team from Deathwing, looking for at least an answer. As we both said, needs both points to try to find an answer here, because with Yeet Fleet having 6 minutes and 9 seconds, not a single tick is not good. VKI, nano boost number 8, but it might be off for not here. IE Tanks takes him down with the Earth Shatter here, gets the charge, but it won't be enough damage as VKI is going to go down as well. And the Riptide comes out huge for Blue Dog. Now Dinkster's going to try, but at this point it may be for naught here. So again, had 3 minutes 30 seconds, 2:36 now off the clock. They're in the 1 minute warning.
Oh yeah, the 1 minute warning, and look, you hear that? Athena's gonna say it over everyone's comm, so everyone knows they only have a minute left, and they have to engage right now. You don't want to keep, losing these pushes because it's just, demoralizing. It'll stop you for the rest of these maps. You want to get a win here.
Trying to get the final victory here that they can. Yeet Fleet wins this. They are up 2-1. However, trying to come back here, Deathwing wins this. They're up 2-1 as well. But on both sides, a good hold for Yeet Fleet so far. Nobody getting on the point. Athena calls 30 seconds left to go. And now the rush is on. And you're going to see, I don't know if that was a warranted charge or not, but IE Tanks is going to charge and backs up. But again, Deathwing in a desperate situation now.
Yeah, you have to switch to your speed characters, and there wasn't too many switches, maybe because they were just too far from spawn, but there's 5 seconds left, and that'd be impressive to even touch the point.
3 seconds left to go. Somebody's got to touch it here. Lucio's right there. Junkio will force overtime. The tick will run, though, but it won't be much. Only halfway to the first one. Remember, even if Deathwing were to win this point, they only get an additional 30 seconds. The great Earth Shatter right there in the corner. IE Tanks coming in for Twick. BKI goes down, and that will pretty much wipe the team. So overtime clock will run 3:36, not even a problem for Yeet Fleet to defend. And now they've got 609 just to get 1 tick to win it.
1 tick for 6 minutes. You can essentially, just try to run anything you want against them for the first 2 minutes, and you'd still have 4 minutes to try to get that first tick. So that's just that comfortableness that huge time banks give to a team. Now you're able to kind of take back, slow down for a little bit. There's not too much pressure on your shoulders like there was on the other side for their opponent. And Yeet Fleet, like you mentioned, they could kind of just stroll in here. And IE Tanks, it doesn't seem like there was even a sub in here. I mean, he just instantly clicked with the rest of his team. That's how you know they have that good synergy.
So it doesn't feel like Twick left just yet because IE Tanks is covering for him superbly right now, filling in the shoes of Twick as the sub. But right now, if you're Deathwing, 6 minutes and 9 seconds is an uphill battle, and I mean an uphill battle. This is going to be one to figure out. So, I mean, if you're Deathwing, what are you thinking right now trying to hold this for 609?
You gotta just bring out any kind of comp that you think will stop them. You have to have a counter for every single opponent on that team. And look, Blizzard being on the Sombra, I actually love that pick because that just takes a Pharah out of the sky. And Blue Dog, if there's been a problem, it's been Blue Dog on that Pharah.
So of course with a hack that does, Blue Dog will be unable to fly at that point. So maybe a great pick, but we'll see. It has to come out 609. Plenty of time for Yeet Fleet to do whatever they can to get a single tick to win this map. We'll go up 2-1. Would go up 2-1 in the series, and would have the good momentum going into the map already. Blizzard takes down Rice Ball with the Sombra, so a good background pick. However, you still have 5 people to worry about here. Great sleep dart from the Ana there. That's going to help out just a little bit with some damage on their side. And the Pharmacy combo is still a little bit of a problem here. Somebody's got to get to the Pharah. Pharah's going to drop down. And Goddess takes down the Sombra, so Blue Dog's still going to be a problem here. And now the Biotic Grenade gets down. Dankush is right there to take down IE Tank, so the Roadhog pick may be working a little bit here. Something you usually don't see a Roadhog and a Reinhardt together here, but it may be working so far. Earth Shadow comes down. Dankush goes down, so that's 3 people on the point. Somebody's got to come down. Rocket Barrage comes down. Dankush is able to take down Blue Dog, but the ticket's there. And Yeet Fleet, no trouble in the world, takes down Deathwing and Horizon Lunar Colony and goes up in the series 2-1.
Yeah, they go up, and I actually think you missed it there, partner. There was another Nandus that came on to VKI, but still,
I did miss that. We'll add it to the count.
Yeah, look, IE Takes coming in from a sub, just destroying his team. I said, IE Takes, that sounds like a name that VKI has, because he's been the kind of one to be the aggressive, Reinhardt, but IE Tanks coming here and saying, like, look, I'm in here now, and you're not going to be the only aggressive Reinhardt in this game, and showing why he deserves to be playing.
Looking at the cards right now, Blue Dog with almost 10,000 damage on that map, not even a trouble in the world. So it'll be Yeet Fleet going up in the series 2-1. Last map coming up is Kings Row. We'll take a short break. You're watching the Overtime Champions Community channel of the EU PC Semi-Pro Division. Two to one is the score right now, and I do want to start off with an apology to both teams because we were calling the last map incorrectly. Deathwing was the one to win that round with the sub in, so i.e. Tanks was actually the sub for Deathwings and not for Yeet Fleet. So again, my apologies there on behalf of me and Pulse here. Again, apologies to both sides as well as the audience for confusing you guys for just a little while. Deathwing is the one to take the lead though. Last map here, Kings Row. Horizon wins Nepal 2-0. Horizon Lunar Colony 3-2. Yeet Fleet back on map number 2. Rialto winning that one 2-1. So 2-1 score. Yeet Fleet can tie it up here and force the first tie of the season 6. But it's going to be hard to do so after Deathwing with a very dominant performance back on Horizon Lunar Colony.
Yeah, look, Kings Row, something we see all the time. Pros love it, semi-pros love it. Everybody loves this map. It's just such a versatile map. You could run essentially so many combinations here. So I love seeing teams play this just because I want to see how they play it. A lot of teams hold this high ground, like I mentioned before on Horizon Lunar Colony. A lot of the favored pick sometimes is Orisa Diva. They'll have the Orisa Diva and then the Junkrat raining down that spam damage. It's essentially, you know, the same defense for Horizon Lunar Colony, but actually not going to hold high ground at all. It seems like Yeet wants to kind of stay here on the floor and just take the fight straight up.
So here we go, opening up the doors from the church. We'll move on over, and now they're going to try to attack here. See if Blue Dog sticks onto the Pharaoh. The pharmacy combo will still stand. Yeet Fleet's got the double sniper to try and pick Blue Dog off the air. However, they haven't been very successful of doing so. And right now in the Alderworth building, they're just being pushed back and back here all the way through. That's a very narrow place for two tanks to hold on to. But again, Blue Dog not just going to have a worry in the world. At least may take the first tick here.
Oh, Hyver already has a full maximum charge. Look at the pressure he's putting on VKI right now. He's not even letting him get on this point as they're going to take this first tick pretty easily. But here comes the nano onto VKI.
VKI, how about nano boost number 10 onto VKI, but still holding the shield, so that nano boost will go to waste. Only taking down IE tanks, but enough to hold the defense, so about 48.2% along the way. And VKI is just going to hit Hyper. Dragon Strike right down the middle, hits Snake Bite directly. Great call out there for Blizzard, and that's going to force back Yeet Fleet, because everybody knows once the Mercy goes down, your rest of the team's going to go down with it.
Yeah, but they're still engaging, and Dingster is just gonna, you know, take some shots, saying, okay, if you don't want to fall back, I'll make you fall back. And he's gonna take out two more members of the team. That's gonna be a full-on reset, and that gives defense the time to get back to full strength.
2:30 on the clock, a minute and a half wasted here. A little bit of a different story for Yeet Fleet now. They've got the defense. They want the tie. Deathwings gonna come in, though. At least it's gonna get it still 48.2%. Graviton Surge is there. VKI is in it. And VKI probably going to go down here, yes, by the hands of Hyver. So the tick will continue to move. Second tick is there. Looking for one more coming out here. Will he get it? That answer is yes. Big Ben will strike 4. And Deathwing's going to have 440 to push this up to the second point.
Yeah, great time bank indeed. You know, the first half didn't really work out too well, but with about 2 minutes left, they were able to cap it. So they're going to get this car rolling just a little bit. And look, everybody plays Kings Row. Oh, look at the sniper battle we got going on here. Dingster taking out Rice Ball there, but look, everybody knows Kings Row. You're gonna let them turn this first corner. You don't really want to fight that because of that spawn advantage that the offense has. So they're gonna let them turn a couple corners before they even start to engage. But Blue Dog taking out Dingster. I mean, look, it's a tie right now. It's a 5v5 essentially. It's gonna be dictated by the tank battles, but Junkyo has that transcendence that they can push in with.
Keep in mind also uses Blue Dog has that Rocket Barrage. Garuto with a Coalescence to use as well. Speaking of which, Rocket Barrage comes in. Blue Dog's got VKI. Santa Maria, what a play! Blue Dog 3 doesn't even need the Graviton Surge. Only needs the Mercy to boost him and has 3 kills coming in for him. Blue Dog's on fire right now.
Blue Dog is indeed on fire. It seems like he's been on fire this whole match just because of how much pressure he's been putting on here. Riceball, well, he's been taking shots at the enemy team. I mean, really, Blue Dog's been the one to put the pressure on them, and it's going to be really for Yeet Fleet to try to re-engage here.
And they're going to have it all the way down, 115 meters, 2 points. And now they get to move it along. Keep in mind, Charby has a nano boost, so how much do you want to bet VKI is going to get it? VKI is down, though, for now. It has, by the way, again, we've been totaling it up since Rialto. 10 nano boosts on VKI since the game on Rialto, where he got 6. 3 on Horizon Lunar Colony, and 1 right now on Kings Row, looking for the second. But right now, Deathwing may not even need to worry about that because they're looking super dominant already around turn number 1.
Yeah, there was an amazing shot Blizzard just took at Rice Bowl, but there goes the shatter by IE Tanks, and as I say that, as great response from Junkyo to kind of pop that transcendence. As soon as he got up off the floor, he pressed Q to keep his team alive, and now it's going to be a full-on reset for the offense. A great defensive hold. I mean, the time bank definitely still not in your favor, but still a great defensive hold here to try to whittle down that time just a little bit. You don't want to let them capture this with, you know, in the high 3s. You definitely want to get them down to more of the 2 or the 1 minutes.
VKI with 3 kills in that last one. By the way, put up the nano boost count to 11 on VKI this round. That's the second one here on Kings Row. So again, 6 on Rialto, 3 on Horizon Lunar Colony. Kings Row looking good to get him more nano boost than he did back on HLC. Graviton Surge is there, 2 people right there. Dragon Strike. And it's gonna be Charby getting 2 kills in that last one. Eldinkster getting the third. So the Dragon Strike may have been all for naught there. At the payload, VKI will back up some more as Snakebite gets the res on IE tanks. The Blue Dog continue to cause problems on the side of Yeet Fleet's defense.
Oh,
Shatter comes in.
Yeah, all by himself there. And the mercy of Snakebite tried to engage, but he wasn't ready for Blizzard to kind of just be, you know, not affected by that Shatter. So you lose your main tank and your mercy before this fight even starts, and that's not something you want to engage with.
But still, the payload moves anyways. Eldinkster with 2 kills so far in the last 3 as VKI gets the fire strike down on Garuto. The payload is in the home stretch, so no matter what, they'll have 64.47 meters inside the 10-meter mark to get point number 3. But Yeet Fleet able to use the spawn room to their advantage. They're able to hold.
Yeah, Blue Dog's gonna switch on to a projectile we haven't seen him play here tonight, and that's gonna be that Hanzo. No more explosives for him. He just wants to go with the straight-up arrow. But look at VKI. He's kind of sitting in this room. He's gonna wait for the enemies to walk out right in front of him and use that Shatter.
But Eldinkster's right there to take down 2 before Right Spawn able to end the reign of Eldinkster. So still taking down Snakebite is huge, and that's going to force once again Deathwing to back up because the Mercy goes down. Everybody's got to go back with it until they respawn. Keep in mind though, Eldinkster does get the kill in the back right next to the spawn, so able to group up right away. Deathwing, here they come.
Oh, Charby getting close to that nano boost. I can imagine it going on to VKI, and then he's going to use the Shatter and just start swinging away. That's the combination I'd keep my eye on.
So again, Charby's got that nano boost. Again, how much do you want to bet VKI's the one to get it?
Well, look,
So here we
Charby's
go.
standing right behind him.
Right, Charby's right there to do it, and Danky is right next to him too. Nano boost is going to go on Dank Kush, however. Dragon Strike comes out, takes down IE tanks and Hyber. Third nano boost in for Dank Kush, and great plays. Athena. Team kill called, and that will be it for the attack of Deathwing, but most ults are used. Junkyo holds on to the Transcendence, and Deathwing no ults to use either as they switch off almost everybody.
Everyone,
except for Garuto. Blue Dog moves on to the Genji, Rice Ball on the Tracer, IE tanks onto the Winston, Hybris on the Diva, and Snakebite from the Mercy to the Lucio. 5 switches in that last fight.
A full-on dive. They have a minute left, and they have to dive essentially. And Eldinkster's gonna demect Hyver, and that's pretty huge because you take out another tank, and there goes IE tanks as well. So this dive's not gonna work out, and they whittled their time from 4 minutes to just 1 minute.
Transcendence is gonna be brought out from Junkyo. That's gonna heal up the team though, both. But you and I are like, question. So. Still trying to push it up though. 40 seconds left to go again. Gotta go to the dive column here. Deathwing may have one last attack to go.
Yeah, I really like seeing some classic dive. It's been like, you know, that was something we saw all the time back in season 7 of competitive play. But now here, you know, we don't see it too often. It's kind of, you know, good to see it come back. But if you have Eldinkster taking shots at you, it's not going to go back. Oh my goodness, it's going back and forth. 1 kill on each side, going just alternating.
Graviton Surge is going to come out, give credit to Dan Kush, a DMAC there, but also gets credit for 2 assists. The last person to go is Dan Kush, takes down Hyber. So 10 seconds to go. Winston, the only one there to try anything. Dragon Strike down the middle, not able to get anything. Oh, stops in the middle. IE Tanks may have made a mistake. VKI once again gets the nano boost. Right ball goes down. Last chance here. Blue Dog's the only one to try and get on point. Goes down. What a hold for Yeet Fleet. They'll have 2 points and 64.48 meters to tie up the series here at 2 apiece.
Oh yeah, I understand the switch to go into dive comp. You want to have that Tracer Genji, that fast-moving, you know, mobile DPS line along with the fast-moving mobile tank line. It 100% makes sense, but it's just you're not going to get through, you know, that powerfulness that defense got set up in. You know, the defense, they got comfortable. They knew all the environments they had. They paid attention to their ult economy. They rotated ults beautifully. I mean, look, we never saw too many ults being used, you know, haphazardly, you know, despite, you know, the Junkios and Transcendence that kind of came out there in the end. But other than that, I mean, it was kind of a great alteration of their ult economy. They paid attention very, very well, and that's really what made them win that last fight. And if like we all mentioned, you know, 5 switches from the offense to go into that dive comp. I mean, dive comp works really well, but you're resetting your ult economy back to 0, and that's just not going to be, you know, enough to win, especially with only a minute of play left.
By the way, let's put this into perspective here through 4 maps so far. VKI, courtesy of nano boosting from Charby, has had 12 nano boosts on VKI so far. Been the primary target for the nano boost. Other than that, the only other significant nano boost has been on I believe it was Dank Kush. Yes, Dank Kush. 3 nano boosts other than that, but that's the second place person to get the nano boost from Charby. 12 nano boosts on VKI. To go into the double digits like that, you have to be super confident in your tank to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we have a little compositional switch here. Hiver, who was actually the off tank, is going to go into that Mercy role, and Snakebite, who was on that Mercy role, is going to play that main tank role, i.e. tanks move from the main tank to the off tank. So maybe a little bit of a compositional switch here. I thought i.e. tanks was doing great on Reinhardt, but apparently they want to switch it up just a little bit.
We're going to switch it up entirely here. And by the way, we won't see a nano boost for a little while. Yeet Fleets moves on. Yeet Fleet's Charby moves on over for the first time from the Ana to the Moira. Junkio's right there as well, so they won't play the death ball strategy here. Yeet Fleet's gonna come out, try their best to push it up, and it's working because it's Blizzard got 3 kills there in the last round. Bring out courtesy to the Brigida of Blizzard. And this may be pretty much it. Even if the Farmers come were to do something here, they're getting pushed back. They've got at least the first 6 so far, looking good. Blue Dog still causing some trouble. But I think with the Moira, you're going to have at least some spread damage. There we go. They're going to back up. Somebody's got to get on the point at least. There we go. Blizzard, Chokio, and Elting still right there. They're going to cap the point, not even needing a minute, so they're going to have 5.5 to push this up as Big Ben strikes 4.
And remember, everyone, there's no way this map can end in a tie, so they're going for this win here to kind of take it to a 3-1 victory. Deathwings is, and look at the pressure they're putting on him. They're running this triple tank. They're essentially running the goats right into him. There goes the Diva Bomb over top. It's going to find Hiver, and he's just a little out of position there. So now look at this pressure being put onto them. They're not even being able to get to reset.
Rocket Barrage from Blue Dog, not going to be enough. Dan Kush takes him down right away, but does DMAC El Dingster. Nonetheless, though, this should be Yeet Fleet winning this, as they are putting the pressure on Deathwing. Only problem, VKI is just sole leader out there, and now we're seeing the opposite. Deathwing being able to pressure Yeet Fleet back, but with only 3 people there and the rest of the team right next to that spawn room, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Earthshatter comes in, Coalescence along with it. Charby's got 2 kills with that Coalescence, courtesy of a Reinhardt kill. And there we go. VKI doesn't need the nano boost, but gets 3 assists nonetheless there in that last fight.
I wonder what's going on in the comps to make that compositional switch. I mean, making Hiver go from off tank to main support, and making IE tanks get off this Reinhardt role and go over to Zarya. I mean, everybody was essentially playing the same heroes. It's just that they switched up just a little bit. So I'm interested to see, you know, what the reason for that was, because at the moment they're getting steamrolled.
Inside the 10-meter mark, left to go on the second point. Riptide's going to come out from right spot. Gets Dank Kush and VKI. Both tanks are going to go down. Actually, 2 of the 3 tanks go down before the sound barrier can drop from Junkio. That's going to be tough to come back from if you're Yeet Fleet. They're going to back up just a little bit. Right spot still 3K, and that is going to be it for the attack from Yeet Fleet. They're going to back up here, so Deathwing, good defensive hold. But again, no chance of a tie, no chance of a draw. Even if Yeet Fleet were to take this point, they'll get an additional 1.5 minutes. That would be plenty of time if Yeet Fleet were to get this point right now.
Yeah, exactly, and they have to kind of hold them back. They have to whittle down the time a little bit more, and that's why we'll see Deathwings taking an aggressive defense. But here comes the oh, there's the cancel. He was in the middle. Snakebite was in the middle of doing the Earthshatter, but he got canceled. The stun.
So great stun there. That helps him out. Snakebite able to res up though. Here comes another Riptire. Rice Ball. Eltingster takes down Rice Ball, but the Riptire still there. Dank Kush not expecting it around the corner. That Riptire takes him down, but it's still coming in here without the Rice Ball there. Not getting much of anything. Self-destruct in the background. Takes down the Pharmacy combo entirely. Payload is up to point number 2. They'll have 4:41 to force either a tie, or if Deathwings is able to hold it, Deathwings will win the series 3-1. But Yeet Fleet, the possibility of the tie is there.
Yeah, absolutely. With the time bank they have, it's huge. And look, that's one way to take care of Blue Dog. Just launch your Diva Bomb over top, take him out. VK has the Shatter, and with this Goats comp, I mean, you guys have to kind of stick together. There's a Graviton Surge on point. I don't know if it's going to find anything. I'll have to see Blue Dog's going to follow up.
Blue Dog follows up, but VKI gets 2 kills off the swing of the hammer in the meantime. So still the chance is available for Yeet Fleet. The tanks are there. still trying to do everything. Snake bite, however, takes down PKI. Dingster Guadamek will drop out on his own terms. And so Yeet Fleet will be held back just a little bit, but keep in mind, they're just over halfway to getting that golden box of victory to tie up the series at 2. However, Deathwing needs to hold for another 345.
And it looks like they're going to be able to hold for a long time if they use their ultimates well. Snakebite does have the shatter. You can use that in this fight, and you do have a lot of support ultimates to kind of keep your team alive. There's a Graviton Surge on point. Not really going to find anyone because that Valkyrie is going to cancel it out.
BKI, though, does get the Fire Strike kill, so credit the assist from Brigida as well as the Zarya there from Dankush as well as Blizzard, so they're still going. Here, Charby's got a Coalescence kill on IE Tanks, in the meantime, Dankush takes down Snakebite, so turns 1 and 2 are good. Here we go in the home stretch. This is it, 13 meters and counting for this payload. Somebody's got to get there. Blue Dog's got to jump onto it, and will do so. However, the payload continues to move. IE Tanks is going to move on and just going to play on that Wrecking Ball. Great self-destruct there, and we have a tie series that ends it all. Yeet Fleet wins, and 2-2, the first tie of the OTC Season 6 is here. Yeet Fleet Deathwing going out in a tie series, and I don't think you could have asked for more.
No, absolutely not. You know, it was a back and forth match throughout this whole game. Really, we've just seen these two teams perform at the level they need to perform at. And while these guys should end in a tie, if these guys ever were to rematch, I'd expect there's some blood in there. Look at El Dingster, 44 eliminations on that Widowmaker. Oh my goodness.
You also have 11 Earth Shatter kills for VKI there and 14 Earth Shatter stuns. So 14 Earth Shatter on 11 eliminations there for using that Earth Shatter kill. So great way to end out for Yeet Fleet. That'll be it for the maps at least, but let's do a little bit of a post game as we always do here. So what did you think of both sides here? What are we to expect from these two teams going forward?
I expect, a lot of improvement. I mean, Deathwings clearly has, a good head on their shoulders. They know they have this great combination of Rice Ball and Blue Dog where they just have this great, hit scan projectile DPS line that it just causes so much, hysteria and just problems for anybody they're going against because of how well they work in tandem. On the other side, Yeet Fleet, they have a very, very aggressive, style of play, and I appreciate seeing that because a lot of teams, they'll do the reset, they'll do the suicides, but we didn't see that too much from Yeet Fleet because they were just holding them out. So I expect a lot of big things from these teams coming forward. All
right, gotta ask as always, as I always do this with my caller casters, player of the game, both sides.
How can it not be VKI? I mean, really, VKI going crazy every time he had that nano boost. Like we mentioned, he was a DPS player in this round.
All right, so VKI getting my vote as well, because again, once you get nano boosted 12 times, I mean, that shows off something. And again, we'll go down the list here. Nano boosting, VKI gets it 12 times. The only person to go behind him in the nano boost count would be 3 of Dank. So great plays all around. But that'll wrap us up here in our Overtime Champions community channel. Let's go down the list here. Toadette, our producer, and Pulse was my color caster. Great to be with you again after all this time. He's been with the Open Division as well as with the Russian Overwatch Cup. So look out for Pulse in the future in the Overwatch League. He's bound to get there sooner or later.
Oh, thank you.
In the meantime, that'll wrap us up here. My name is Klitschko, your play-by-play. We thank you for watching this production of the Overtime Champions Community EU-PC Semi-Pro Division between Deathwings, Toothpick, and Yeet Fleet. Thanks for watching. Again, Deathwings and Yeet Fleet, first tie of the Season 6 of the first week. We will see you guys later in the future. Take care, everybody.